So, I'm not exactly a religious man, not even in the slightest, but I do believe that there is at least some kind of cosmic comic god out there because this week I got graced with two of the best titles and actually the most viewed comics on my channel, which is kind of funny. And I'm very happy to do this for you guys to show you the next edition with these comic books. First one I want to talk about is actually pretty big. It was I got to about 100 views in a couple of days on just the video. I got a bunch of feedback from it. I had people talk to me saying how much that they appreciated that I showed just this. First comic I'm talking about today is, of course, Spawn, issue 251. So last time I did a review, it was on the Resurrection, which is kind of, it was a one-shot, but it was kind of to fill the void of what's been happening with Al Simmons for the entire span of Spawn when he wasn't there, when he was dead. Him kind of coming back, hence the name Resurrection. I haven't really done anything on issue 250, which is a huge groundbreaking issue, but because of my large viewership on it, I'm going to be doing that for you guys. Once I find the comic, I'll be able to do a review on that. But I wanted to jump into this one because this did come out this week, and I wanted to give my opinions and my thoughts on this comic. Start off with, I don't know who's writing, and I don't know who's doing the art for it. But to be honest, I don't think it's Todd McFarlane at all. The art definitely isn't Todd McFarlane. The writing doesn't feel like his writing, but that doesn't mean that it's bad in any way. This is still the good old Spawn that you love and enjoyed. It takes place exactly right after the Resurrection. So not issue 250, not really, because the end of that book involved like the city being swarmed by insects and things. This happens right after Resurrection, so if you picked up Resurrection, this is the perfect time to start reading this. We have Al Simmons come back into the new world. I think it's in New York. I think it's New York, but comes into New York. He's got this new look to him. He's a little more badass, and he's going street to street asking people, yo, do you know what happened to my wife? Because as we know from the last issue, his wife was killed during this riot. And it's just fantastic. The artwork in here is beautiful. There's just so much amazing badassery in this comic, and I don't feel skimped out in any way. We get demons in issue 1. Ooh, some pretty powerful ones too. We get the inclusion of what happened to his wife, what really happened to his wife, what happened to his unborn child. We get to see him pre-Spawn suit and in Spawn suit. We get to see his new sword, which is pretty cool, by the way. And I have to say, this was actually a pretty good comic. Like, looking at it, I definitely feel that it's going to be something that I'm going to continue reading from now until further on. I was kind of skeptical because of the last book, not Resurrection, but because of who Spawn was before, you know, when Al Simmons first died. But now that he's back and he's ready to just go all in and kick some serious ass, this is the perfect jumping on point for absolutely everybody. So if my recommendation doesn't mean anything to you, I give this a 4 out of 5. I think it's really, really good. Especially, I mean, it's Spawn. Like, Spawn was huge back in the 90s. He was big. He even had a movie that not a lot of people know about. He was big, awesome character. And the idea that he's actually coming back and kind of like starting new again, I think is pretty good. He doesn't really have the recognition as the other big comic people nowadays, but hopefully with this new showing of the book, that he's going to be able to get bigger and bigger and bigger. Hopefully we'll see more Spawn and other things, like new Spawn movies and stuff, so it can make there be more popularity to the book, and they can, you know, branch out more with him. Going off on a tangent, all I gotta say is, this is pretty good. So go to your local comic book store, pick this up, it's fine. Pick up Resurrection as well, so you can kind of just jump right in, and you're going to have a good time. So, yeah, that's pretty much it.